When we find ourselves trying new things, we have a couple of different things that can happen thereafter. We can realize that it doesn't serve us and let it go. We can find that it's absolutely fabulous and keep it. Or sometimes, though we enjoy it, we realize that it still isn't our best possible option and let it go anyway. And sometimes that can be the hardest. But I find that sometimes we come to realize that though we let it go in the moment, it circles back to being useful in one way or another. And this can happen for all sorts of things. A great example of this coming up for me right now is my intuitive lifestyle course. When I first came online with my business, planning to go full-time, I expected to be advertising to what would be in-person clients. I didn't realize that we were about to enter a world back in December of 2019 where very shortly we would be doing a lot less in person and a lot more online. And so as I started getting into all of the different opportunities, courses, things of that nature that teaches someone new to the online world, what people like myself with counseling practices and coaching businesses and things of that nature do. So one of the things I ended up doing under the instruction of one of my coaches was create a course. And I absolutely loved it. But I realized, and my human design a year later confirmed, that I am meant to be working with people one-on-one. And so I realized that the part that I felt was lacking in doing the course wasn't anything that I was doing necessarily, so much as that I do my best for my clients when I'm working one-on-one with them. And though I love making videos, and though I've gotten better and better and better at it, I decided at the time that I would continue making YouTube videos like this and leave my course aside. Then I started my Patreon and found myself saying, well, let's do it one more time. Why not? Then I can have it up on Patreon. I'll have my intuitive lifestyle course, round 2. That'll be it. That'll be the last one that I do. And then it'll at least be up for people to be able to use at their leisure to help better their life. And so I did. I filmed round 2, never expecting to do a live round ever again. That was going to be it. And put it up on Patreon. Now, as I've continued to grow as a person, grow spiritually, grow as an entrepreneur with an online business, which I never expected. I always expected myself to be an in-person counselor. I always knew that I was going to have my spiritual teachings and practice eventually incorporate into my counseling practice, but I definitely didn't expect it to happen as soon as it has, and here we are. So maybe a week and a half ago, I was just kind of sitting around thinking about things, and all of a sudden I got what we call inspired action. Inspired action when it comes to manifesting is important because so many people think that manifesting, the law of attraction, things of that nature, The Secret, which I think is funny because, that's what Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich calls it, is The Secret. So I'm pretty sure that's where they got the idea of calling the law of attraction The Secret. But anyway, what The Secret often doesn't tell you And what often manifesting coaches miss is the fact that inspired action is required. You can't just sit on your butt and hope that it's going to happen most of the time. You've got to be a pretty advanced person when it comes to your spirituality to be able to do things like that. Anyway, I got a moment of inspired action and said to myself, you know what? My intuitive lifestyle course, it's who I was a year ago and who I am now, and how much my spiritual practice is incorporated into my counseling practice. I want to make my intuitive lifestyle course just that much more obviously about tapping into one's intuition, because it was a lot of shadow work for someone who was more advanced into spirituality than those that I usually attract. I more often attract people who are just getting into their shadow work, just getting into spirituality. And so I wanted to make my course. I got this moment of intuition myself. I got this moment of inspired action myself to make my intuitive lifestyle course something that even those new to spirituality could really appreciate. So here I am, 2 years later, after first creating my course, doing it for a third time, when the first time I did it, I didn't ever think I was going to do it again. The second time I did it, I didn't think I was ever going to do it again. And here I am doing it again. And that's just the thing, is that sometimes, though we let things go in the moment after we've done them, because the doing them itself was what we were supposed to do, but we're not necessarily supposed to hold on to it. As they say, if you love something, let it go. And that's how you can tell that it's meant for you, because it will come back on its own. And this can apply, this concept can apply to so many things, not just love, not just people we love. So I want to remind everybody that it is rare that we actually waste our time. And especially when it comes to something that is a labor of love, it's not likely you're wasting your time, even if you set it down and never come back to it again. But I'm going to tell you right now, more than likely, even if you don't end up being able to put 2 and 2 together, I guarantee you that even though you set it down specifically, whatever it may be, is serving you somewhere else in another way that you just don't realize. Like any sort of skill. It's one of those things where we don't always realize what is helping us where. So when it comes to living out in this crazy world of ours, the spirits having temporary human experiences, don't let things that feel like a mistake, don't let things that feel like a failure get you down, because they served you in some way, even if you're not realizing it. And lastly, I want to invite everybody to round 3 of my intuitive lifestyle course. The intro video is up on Patreon right now. You can join us for as little as $23 a month is the starting rate for my ascending membership tier. I also have my sanctuary membership tier, which is $32 a month. And that includes everything that the ascending tier has to offer, plus my sanctuary content. And then I have my enlightening tier, which is $133 a month, and that includes everything that the ascending tier has to offer, not the sanctuary. The sanctuary is the only place you can get sanctuary content. But the enlightening tier has everything the ascending tier also has to offer. Plus, you get a once a month session one-on-one with me, including Voxer direct messaging, so we can communicate in between sessions. I cannot wait to add all of the things that I want to add. I'm even taking some things out. I'm moving some things around. It's getting a spirituality makeover even more than it did before. And I'm changing it just enough that I'm even going to leave up, at least for now, round 2. So if you're really excited about it and want to get into it right away, you can even check out, after you check out round 3's intro video, you can check out round 2. It's all there. I'm taking it from the 7 workbooks that we had in round 1 and 2 down to 5 workbooks, combining them a little bit. I'm so excited. Well, I already have, actually. I've already got the workbooks all done, and we are going to be filming each of the modules live on Zoom. And all you have to do to join us is sign up for one of my Patreon memberships. And as I said, those start for as little as $23. So I hope to see you all there. I hope everybody's doing well. I know this is kind of a hard time right now for everybody. Everybody's going through it right now. Right now, the veil, especially as we're getting so close to Halloween, we're getting so close to the solstice. The veil is getting thinner. Everything is changing. The world is craziness right now. But I can tell you, it's gonna be okay. And if you can't see your way to a solution right now, don't worry. You're gonna figure it out. If you really want to work with me one-on-one to heal, grow, and expand your consciousness, I want to help you do that. And I still have 7 spots available of the 13 spots that I just recently opened for one-on-one clients. So I want to invite you to either email me or fill out the Jot form that I have down there for a free clarity call so we can connect. May the energy you serve you well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description. And let's keep making our way through.